Hello everyone. Today we're going to use math drawings to represent additions with up to 2 compositions and relate drawings to a written method. And we're going to be using addition today, using 2 different numbers. The directions say to solve vertically, draw chips on the place value chart, and bundle when needed. Make sure you show all of your work, including the number bond for each problem on Google Drawings. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be using Word and Google Drawings as well, which is this page. So you're going to see me flip back and forth between Word and Google Drawings. So today what we're going to be doing is looking at this first problem here, 23 plus 57. We know that 23, there's the ones place, and then we have the tens place. So in the tens place, for the number 23, we have 2 tens and we have 3 ones. So in order to represent that in our T-chart here, where we have the 100s place, the tens place, and the ones place, we're going to put 2 tens, because each star represents 1 10, and we have 2, and then 3 ones. Let me make those the same color. 3 ones. So we have 2 tens and 3 ones. That represents the number 23. We also want to use our number bond as a guide for us, so we make sure that we're putting our numbers in the correct places. So if we have 23 plus 57, we know that we have 2 parts. So this represents a part, this represents a part, and this circle up here is the whole of the number bond. So I'm going to put the number 23 in one part, and we have 23 represented here. Now I want to represent the number 57, and I'm going to represent that in a different color. We have a 5 in the tens place and a 7 in the ones place. So the first thing I want to do is represent the 5 with 5 tens. And you want to make sure that you keep no more than 5 in a line, so that way when we go and have to regroup and we have to bundle 10 of them together, it's easy to determine how many we have in the bundle. And to represent the number 7 in the ones place, we want to put 7 ones. So I'm going to put 5 in one row and 2 more in the next row to represent the 7. So we have 7 ones here, and we have 5 tens. So in our next part, we want to put the number 57, and we are trying to determine what the whole is. So we want to know what 23 plus 57 gives us as an answer. So the next step that we're going to take is we're going to look at the ones place and determine if we have enough to regroup. So I know that I have 7 ones here, and so there's 7, 8, 9, 10. And in order to make a bundle, we have to put 10 in a bundle. So I do, in fact, have to bundle these together, and this 10 ones now becomes 1 10. And I'm going to represent that here. So let's go over to Google Drawings, and we're going to write 23, because we're going to check ourselves here, solving the problem vertically, plus 57. So 7 plus 3 we determined is 10. Just like we have here, there's 10 ones. We now made that 1 10. So I'm going to keep the 0 and put that directly under the ones column, but don't forget we have to take this 1 here and carry that over to the tens column. So now that we did that, now we need to determine, so we have no ones in the ones column. Now we need to determine how many tens we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. we have 8 tens. And we don't need to regroup there because we can only regroup when there are either 10 tens, which is 100, or 10 ones, which is 10. So we have 0 ones, and we have 8 tens. So we're going to go back over here now. We have 5 tens plus 2 tens, which is 7 tens, plus 1 10, and that is in fact 8 tens. So our answer is 80 that we got here solving vertically. Now, we have 8 tens and 0 ones, which in fact is 80. So we're going to put our answer here. We're going to change this to 80. And we'll put our answer here as well. So we have 23 plus 57 equals 80. We have 8 tens and 0 ones. And if we go back over to our Google Drawings, we can see, solving vertically, that we have 23 plus 57 does in fact equal 80. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next problem. The next problem, we're going to be doing the same type of problem. We're going to be adding 2 numbers, and we're also going to be using our number bond as well as our T-charts in order to determine if our answers are correct. And we're going to be bundling as well. So keep in mind that if we have 10 ones, that equals 1 10. And if we have 10 tens, that equals 100. There's regrouping if we have 10 of anything. So 65 plus 36, we have 65 plus 36. In order to represent the 65, we have 6 tens. So we're going to put 6 tens. Keep in mind, only 5 in a row, so when and if we have to bundle, it makes it easier for us to count. So we have 6 tens and 5 ones. So there's our number 65. Now we have to represent the number 36. Let me just change my color here so you can see. So we have 3 tens. So we're going to put 3 tens, and we have 6 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure we go to the next row to put our 6th one, so it's easy for us to see how many we have when we are bundling. Now, we have 65 plus 36. Those are both parts, so we have to fill in. Don't forget to fill in your number bond. We have 65, and we have the number 36 because we have 2 parts, and we are trying to find our whole. Now, let's go to our Google Drawings to show our work. We have 65 plus 36. And you want to make sure that you keep those ones columns and tens columns aligned correctly. So now that we have that set up, we're going to go back to our chart and look to see if there's anything that we can regroup. Let's count how many ones we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can in fact regroup here. We have 10 ones and 1 left over. So we want to take these highlighted ones here, and we're going to make that into 110. So we're regrouping. So we have 110. Now, how many ones do we have left over? There's only one here. So we're going to write that down here. We have 1, 1. Let's go back to our drawings. So we have 6 plus 5. That, in fact, is 11. So we're going to keep the 1, and then we're going to regroup that 110 into the tens place. So we have 6 tens, 3 tens, and 1 10. Let's go back here and see what we can do. So if we have 6 tens 7, 8, 9, and 10. So this is a little bit different than the problem from before. We now have 10 tens. I'm going to highlight these so I know that I have to regroup them. So if I have 10 tens, I said before that 10 tens equals 100. So I need to regroup all of these here into the hundreds column. So I no longer have any tens. So we're going to write here 0, 0, tens. And we have 100. Now, let's go back and see if what we did was correct. We have 6 tens plus 1 10 is 7 tens, plus another 3 tens is 10 tens. So we have 101. And we also have 101 because we have 1 100, 0 tens, and 1 1. So we have 6 plus 5 is 11. We keep the 1 and carry this 10. 6 tens plus 1 10 is 7 tens. Plus 3 more tens is 10 tens. And you always want to be sure that you keep your numbers aligned in the ones column and the tens column. And we also have the answer is 101. So we have 65 plus 36 equals 101. Let me make that a little bigger for you. So we determined that if we have two parts, which is 65 and 36, we're trying to find the whole. And you always want to make sure that when you're regrouping, you put 5 tens in a row or 5 ones, whatever the case may be, so it makes it a little bit easier for us to regroup. So what we're going to be doing in class tomorrow is working using actual manipulatives. We're going to be filling in our number bonds, and we're also going to be using our place value charts using foam manipulatives in order to add numbers. And if you guys have any questions, you are more than welcome to contact me. And I will see you all tomorrow.